Okay, hello guys. Okay, we're back. Greg Tech New Horizons episode 69 now. And today, what are we doing today? That's a good question. First of all, it did a few changes. I realized that, well, to the actual game, I realized that I can finally set up a borderless windowed mode for my instance of GTNH, because for some reason I had difficulties setting up OBS with full screen mode, but there's just one line in the config, nothing serious. I found it in an add-on kind of page on the site, Wikipedia. Anyway, I did do it, and now I feel like I lost some FPS and some stability of the instance because of that. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's nothing. Anyway. Here's what we're gonna do today. I said I was gonna prepare some fields, some dirt for new fields, and I think that is true. That's what I need to do. But it's not the only thing. I couldn't figure out what I had to do and what needed to be done to save the situation with water here, because apparently it feeds only half of the machines. That's just the situation that we're faced with. Even though that's kind of okay, I think. I mean, if it is like that for the entirety of the process, I'm okay with it, because it's still a long journey until we're actually ready for HV infrastructure-wise, you know? So trying to rush into HV by getting all those Sapphires is actually a stupid thing, I believe. So I think we have to get ready for that first. And by getting ready, I mean breeding some new crops, planting some new fields, and everything like that. First of all, I think I'm going on a... Actually, I'm not sure where I'm going. There are some things. Probably... I have to go clean the solar panel. Now we need to grab rotten flesh, and then dirt, some sand. There's something funky with the way I built it. Like it's not really equal or aligned or anything. So we'll have to follow those quirky rules anyway. What's this? Okay, if we break that wall, we can see that the plants are inside. But I don't remember whether I had one wall or two. Mr. Amazing. Hi, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you? Kevlar. So there's just, yeah, two walls. So two block space between the fields. That's what we have to follow, I guess. So this will be the second space. And Yeah, time flies by. It's evenings for me especially. It's just this kind of race against time every time. You know, I look at I look down at my clock on my computer. It always says, mind you, it always says like it is always like 6 p.m., 6:10 or something. Then you look at it again, it's somewhere around 7:10. Then you look again, it's 9, I don't know, 9:30 or something. And you look again, it is always 11 p.m., 11:50, you know, or something like 11:59. It is always like that. That's like my body feels when it's midnight, you know. It's always so frustrating to know that you spent your entire day, especially in games like this where you can just achieve nothing, or the little goals that you happen to achieve actually they don't really rub you the right way. And you go like, dude, what did I do the entire day? I think I'm going to majorly regret actually spending my time in front of computer. But for now, I happen to have this thing where I realize that's how I want to spend my day. It's like I'm in a rush to get something, I don't know, to get some kind of gratification from all of this, and it's never enough. And when it is, seems like it's enough, you think like you can get more, and then all of a sudden you are in this fatigue kind of situation. So yeah, fun times. Okay, we actually need to grab the dirt, otherwise none of that makes sense. Now I have two things covered fully. It's the resource production. It's fully covered. I have this. It's crazy great. Super great. And also I don't have to worry about recycling right now, because it's also being done. Well, not as I expected. It's still faulty. Only like 60 or 55% of that thing is working because obviously shortage of water. But there's nothing really I can do right now about it. I don't know why I decided to make it 2 blocks wide. Like, why does it have to be like this? I could have just done it. Because I thought to myself, like, I would have to walk between those things. But honestly, you don't have to walk between them once you set them up. It doesn't matter. You can just leave it be. So, yeah, there are these 2 block gaps that so this is where we start, and this is where we start, and these 2 are also walls, right? This is a wall and this is a wall. Oh no, there's 1 wall. For some reason this side is only 1. I don't know how I did that. Okay. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forgot to count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's fill that ominous hole. I haven't yet decided what kind of crops I want to grow here. Well, salt for sure, then resin for sure, and maybe something else that I'll eventually get. Right now I don't have it. Maybe glow flower as well. It's kind of important. Not now, but it will be. If I leave it be like that, bad people will come. And I don't really want them to come. There used to be a time where I thought to myself that a hunger axe, why do we call it a hunger axe? That a healing axe would only be a thing for me when I'm somewhere in EV or even further. And I thought to myself that I can say goodbye to being able to, you know, freely do stuff without worrying about food. I tried with all my heart. I tried to like Pam's food and these this kitchen stuff. But no, I cannot make myself do it. Like literally stand there and cook things for future, because eventually they'll end. It won't last long before I have eaten my 64 delightful meals or something, and then it's back to square one when you, I don't know, eat some cheap stuff just to get by. I'm so irritated by that. You can imagine how relieved I am to finally be able to forget about it. I don't know, it's just great. Okay. While it's daytime, we need to craft some torches. Torches is not even a problem. For some reason I don't have them. Just go grab that. Grab some of that. And voila. Got yourself some torches. Now we'll be migrating the crops. There's a problem. A very... Wow, I didn't even think about that. Look, when we work with berries, like, that gives us resources, right? They give us resources. These berries, they are... the type of berries they're replantable on their own. Like, you harvest the plant and you plant it, right? But when it comes to stuff like stickweed, if you harvest it, it's going to give you either sugarcane, or it gives you a bag of seeds, or maybe resin. We cannot plant resin. If we plant sugarcane, it's going to be sugarcane. Thus, we're left with the fact that we always need to fish for the seed bags, and only they are going to give us those sweet crops that we want. So the best thing to do would be to kind of constantly supervise this thing by making these fields where it's like in a crisscross kind of way, that, and then eventually the empty spots will be also bred if you make the crops if you put the crop sticks up in a certain way. So basically what we did here, we need to do it there now. So I guess my the entirety of my first layer is going to be stickweed. I also want some salty root to be somewhere there. Here it is. There's some greystone lily. It's just stone dust. Nether wart. Blaze reed. I got the blaze reed, but I'm not sure if it's useful. Yeah, I guess it's time to... So we check that it's sticky reed. This goes here, so we're waiting on that. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. I hope it doesn't die. And sooner or later, it'll all be grown. Now, I'm going to start the second field on this side, the second layer. And I will need to plant some salty root seeds in the same fashion. But I will have to supervise them really carefully, because, yeah, we will have to pair it with sticky reed. Because if I make a mistake and this dies, I don't have any more salty root seeds. So that is very important. Also, I have to supervise that because obviously I think I need to delete that until those are fully grown. I thought that you don't have weeds until the crops are fully grown, but apparently that's not the case, so let's just wait. You see, it would all be cool if I could just plant sticky resin, but that's not how it works. Wow, this is already 48% of the second tier, of the second size. This grows really fast. Sadly, I can't really see this, the stats of that yet. Anyway, Whether you want it or not, I have to go. Because I can't sit around like this. Well, nothing bad's gonna happen for sure. I deleted the whole thing, so we can go grab some more stick reed. Because I can do the same with... Oh my god. And I'll use that little field for my experimentation. Alright. Okay, this is ready. I think I can already plant that. Wow, this is really fast. And I hope that it also gives the canes. I sure hope it does. Because I also need them for oxygen, and I don't want to create a separate field for that. I think I can just hit hit the bird with 2 stones, right? That's how they say it. Actually, while I'm at it, you know, this whole field, I can get a lot of cool crops that will be springing up amidst all this, because not all of it is going to be sticky reed. Some of them are going to be different. So, what am I aiming at? Actually, I think that aiming at something while you're breeding stuff is hopeless. It literally doesn't make sense, because there are so many possibilities and outcomes to this. It's just... you can't predict what's gonna happen, so it's like... it's not like I wanted Soldier Root and it just happened to be there. No, I just got it and I'm like, yeah, okay, now we're talking. So, but if I could order what I want to get, I think I would go for Plumbilia, I think it's called, for lead. Oh, what? Maybe something that does silver for us. Argentum? Argentia? Yeah, but... again... well, actually, yeah, look at that. I need that crop. Oh my god, I need it so much. With that thing, I will be able to expand my boiler situation. Because ultimately, I think I want to start dabbling in some world acceleration. Well, not a permanent one, the temporary one, to faster grow crops that I need. I have an idea, but you need a lot of energy for that, and this energy must be movable. So maybe I will have like a little setup somewhere in my base where I would have like a water tank, and let's say 20 to 30 solar boilers, and they will probably give me enough amps for at least the NLV version of World Accelerator, which is 2x speed. Ideally, you would want a MV World Accelerator. So if we get stick reed, we leave it be. We don't touch it, because that's the ultimate goal, to just plant the thing. Okay, so silver is really good. Also, what? I don't really like how you have to make it, but I think, because there is no multi-block extractor, But 15 per one piece, I think it's okay. Just throw it in there, wait for some time. Mica. Yeah, right. But it's HV. Yeah, because we can get crushed. We need to remember the pattern. Oh, that's a reed. This is what I was afraid of. This is a reed. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I think I need to dig those up like that. Well, not like that. And use the drops to plant more. Because these spaces will eventually grow into what it's supposed to be. But if we leave it like that and just kind of start breeding them like this, it is very ineffective. Because you can't get the other kind of line with it. You need 2 crops to do that. I think we're way behind on bees. Let's go check them out. And I also want to check out my my scrap boxes. Yeah, when it's 1,000, I'll open them. We kind of broke the bees a bit. They used to be a lot better. I had a good working trait, but then I lost it. Somehow I was breeding the good working trait with a good working trait, and all of a sudden I introduced another breed and I lost the good trait within the few generations. I don't know how that happened. I thought I was controlling everything. Alright, now we do that. Come back in 2 minutes. I will try to get more crop sticks done, because it'll be a very crop stick hungry kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, this is what we have to worry about. Be back. Yeah, the corpse plant was also a good idea, but it is very slow. It has 5 tiers of growth. I believe that field of salty root will serve us up until LEV probably. I think it this way. But I think planting it will be an extremely difficult task because they grow so slowly. You can't even imagine how slow they can grow. What if I could? Of course I can't. What is this? Who are you? Plombilia. I just talked about it and it just kind of... wow. I said to myself, like, if I wanted to order, I could get some Plombilia, that would be good, and I just got it. This stuff is lead. Free lead, basically. Of course, I'm a bit afraid that it's going to be another super slow crop. Actually, it's not even... And Plumbiscus. Is that the same thing? What does it give? It gives you the little ones. And the good thing about the little ones is that you don't have to smelt them or anything. They're just crafted into... well, actually, I don't know. Control for extra info. Oh, this requires lead ore as a soil block to grow. Lead block can also be used as soil. I think this is not gonna grow. Well, actually, it says that it grows. We'll wait for some time. See how this works. And this as well. Maybe I can't really... Plumbilia leaf. Oh, it's to reach full growth. Who needs full growth, right? And this is glowing earth coral. I don't think I need that. Don't want to wait for that, it's very ineffective. Who are you? I think we can try that one. Koppen. I think already. I want to know what it yeah, it's interesting. It just gives copper. Of course I would say no to that, obviously. But what if it's a lot faster than sorry, than copper ore berries? It only has 3 stages, well as that thing. But it's a tier 6 crop, and it doesn't need darkness. Actually, we don't have to cover that with sealing, because then it won't grow, right? There's moss. Is it just moss? Or some super cool moss? It's just... it's a joke. Okay, salt root. Apparently it's we're gonna let it grow, and then we'll replant it. Now we are not in that. Oh, this is what you have to you know, redact, as they call it these days, with a black line, because this thing, canola seeds, right? I have it now, and I'm also going to leave it, because apparently, I'm sorry for typing that, but this stuff gives a lot of seed oil. Just literally, we could leave it for later, and epoxy will be basically free with it, and as well as other things, right? Free lubricant if you want. Well, I actually make it like you do it differently anyway. Free impregnation. I mean this obviously casings and everything, sticks. Glycerol or biodiesel if you want to. A lot of cool stuff. I am going to leave it as well. Well, when I say leave it, I mean when it reaches full growth, I will try to dig it up. If it dies, then so be it. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be that frivolous about it. Maybe I should kind of like destroy the rest of the crops around it and let it grow into something else, into another kind of into another crop like that. Maybe that would be the best course of action. Nickelback. This is, of course, nickel ore, but it's a bad thing because you need stuff for it. Crushed ores, and I don't have them, so this is useless. I can just get that with experience. Let's kill it. Tine. Tine is just tin, right? Doesn't need any kind of light again. And extractor 9. Well, it's the same thing. I don't know. I feel like it's useless. It might be useful for going up in tiers of crops, because eventually the best thing for us would be to get, well, there's one target that I actually want to get. This is Ender Eyes, I think, but that's only for farming wither skulls with a sword that we cannot get without the eyes. Yellow stone lily. I think that is ender thing. Basically end stone, which we actually cannot get anywhere in the world. So if there's a craft that requires us to get redstone, end stone, we can't get it anywhere. And for future endeavors, once again, I think we will get meteors way before we get what I wanted to say, I guess that the meteors will be earlier than the need for tungstate that we can get from endstone. So I think it's useless. But again, it's free helium. And stone dust, it's free helium, free platinum. Maybe we should... Do they still have platinum as that? I have a bee that can do it a lot better than this. Anyway, let it be. Tomato. No. Well, I want to leave this cup on because it's tier 6. Okay, and... Okay, 3 out of 3. Salt root. We do that. Well, right now it might seem mundane, because it is. It's one of those things that will bring you value in the future, so you have to worry about that now. Yeah, automation is the name of the game. The more you automate now, the better it will be later, because you see, I automated my metals, and now I can do other things like that. And those metals are being collected, you know? Like every 20 seconds I get a copper or something. Copper dust. Yeah, I don't even have to do anything. And that's the thing, when I finish that and start working on something else, I'll be collecting salt root and a lot of resin and everything. What was previously not possible unless I bought it from the shop. Now I will be able to just kind of get it. Okay. Well, salty root is a problem. It is very slow. I hope that when you harvest that, you kind of you're set back to the second stage and not the first one. Because if it's the first stage, then that is crazy. I think it's time to do that. They're mature enough to start having offspring. Yeah, you can see it, but there used to be a thing. Okay, what is this? Olivia. I think it's trash. It's, yeah. Well, a diarrhea would be cool to get. I think we should leave the Olivia be. That's stagnium. What is this? What's this stagnium? It's tin, right? Yeah. Evil ore. What is evil ore anyway? Sort of quartz. And indigo. Two different types of indigo? Look at that. Huh. Whatever, actually there was something about indigo that there are mana beans. Goldfish plant. Also useful stuff. Berkelium. Useless. Useless. Essence Berry, found you. If I wanted to get you like that, yeah, I would have to do a lot of work. Would have had to, since that's no longer the case. Plumbiscus, size 3 out of 4. It grew, and it died. Redstone Lily potentially for red granite, which is cool for alumina, but I have this aluminum. I don't need that. And red granite, I can get that from stone combs and everything, so just blaze it. Indigo died. Well, stone lily cannot grow anyway. Don't know what I'm doing with it. But I got the seeds, so I will leave it be. Salt root. happened? I thought I fell to the floor. But just woke up with my head in this block. It's starting to get really difficult to control it. Hopefully I'm getting closer to actually filling the field. Alright, this gave us something. Green glow shroom, I'll destroy it and try one more time. Cyprium. Oh. That's copper, right? Small one. Needs a low light level. Oh, it's the ardite. The fully mature. Ardite is cool. And what's even cooler... What is shining? Silver again. I think I need dye reed. There are also oil berries. Yeah, the hemp can get us that. And only hemp. So we should probably plant a lot of hemp or something. Once we're done with that. Free diamonds are always cool. Withereed, what is this? Is that something cool? Just coal? Potentially those are also diamonds. Maybe we'll let it grow. We can get oil berries from that. And then the oil berries will give us... I think that's a good idea. Just a little patch of that would be nice. It's tier 8 crop, which is also a very cool thing. Belladonna, no. Okay, control. There might be some weeds around this place. Another belladonna. $100 more and we have 1,000. No problem, I think I've learned how to do it fast. How to not die in such case. I will freaking do something with this hole. Yeah, I'm the only person who can't play in hardcore because of all of that. I just don't look where I step. Survival. Let's all it needed. Wheat, tier 1. Hops. Cyprum. I don't know, I feel like all of this is useful, really. We somehow have to sneak. Find something in there. What is this? Garlic. There's no time and space for selection here, so I just plant all of them like that. Because this spot is really hard to reach. Just grab a random stick reed and break it. That. I'm going to be collecting seed bags that drop that I don't need at the moment, but might need later. Even freaking water lilies are important because once I get water bees, I will need water lilies for them to have a plant, because I believe they only have a plant like that. I used to run around my overworld trying to look for water lilies because some bees wanted a flower type water, which is apparently only water lily, so it's good that we have that. So if you want to get a lot of crops, just plant a field of sticky reed, and eventually you'll get all of them in no time. Probably. Salty root is actually quite. Yeah, we're just gonna plant another one somewhere here. With two of them, it's gonna be better for sure. And it just has to grow for some time, like an hour or so. So these patches are gonna grow over. Hopefully we will have just this cotton. No, it's the worst possible thing. Okay, we have 2 Argentia. Oh, finally, salt root was... We finally did that. So it is possible to press a right click and get a seed bag with a 50% chance, I think. Or wait for that to grow, and there's a chance that it's not gonna give us anything at all when we left click. So I think the right click is in order. Thank you. It gave us salty root, so we're just gonna plant it here. I think that'll be the strategy now. So we wait for that to grow, and then everything that'll be in the middle of these, we'll just, if it's salty root, we'll just press right click on a newly sprung kind of plants, and then if we get the seed back, we just continue on with the grid, just like we did with this thing. That'll be the strategy, guys. Oh, this wither reed is so slow. This is just read. Well, it took us an hour or so to get that done. Let's go open the loot bags. 1,000 of them. I want to do it from scratch. Get a barrel. Well, a golden one is good. I just need double gold plates. 1, 2, 3, 8. It's quite slow, but anyway, and we need to get a barrel. A barrel is just a chest surrounded with wood planks, which we have in abundance. Actually, it's even better if we just do that. Maybe we should have a separate kind of thing for tools, for wooden tools, right? They're like what? Pickaxe, axe, sword, hoe, and shovel. 5 types, right? I can filter that out with an item conduit and send it into the trash bin. How hard can that be? Zinc foil, polyethylene, or raw carbon mesh. Interesting. Well, we need zinc foil anyway. How much? 16. Maybe it will do. I think every ingot gives us 4 zinc foil, so that's not enough. seconds. So with that filter, I'm just gonna place an item conduit, and we need a trash bin, which is just under pearl plus 4 iron plates. Super easy. So the insert will be filtered, heavily filtered. Polyethylene wasn't used with raw carbon mesh because we use it here. Smart. And I'm happy about that. Okay, so basic item filter is gonna say that exactly 5 slots actually. Okay, wooden axe, wooden sword, wooden shovel, wooden pick, and a wooden hoe are to go here. And the rest of the things will go into a very special gold barrel that's going to be counting. Yeah, right. It's going to be counting what stuff we got from 1,000. I think I'm going to kind of like do my inventory here. I don't know how much is that. I need 1,000 exactly. This is 90. Okay. Like that. We wait for one more and then we get the rest. 17. Okay. Now this goes here and the rest goes here. That's 1,000. Yes. Okay, so this is a super Pokemon thing. We're trying to get our Charizard, whatever the hell it's called, from 1,000 of boxes. This is an actual unboxing of boxes. Okay, I hope this thing works well, because if it doesn't, if it trashes everything we do, then let's go. So yeah, the whole, yeah, it's not getting there. Good, it's been filtered out. Let's go, boys. Diamonds would be awesome as well. Like anything. Like anything, but guys, we got the first one. I knew I'm gonna get that from this batch. Guys, look at that. This is what we've been looking for. This is the green sapphire, the king of all sapphires, and then some. This is it. 8 more to go. And then we're gonna get the lens. Wait, how do we get the lens? Apparently we do the green sapphire block, then we cut it, and then we do that thing, and it gets us the lens, which we can then use to get the rams, right? Cool. So we need a place for that. I'm so proud of myself. Finally got it. And I only got it when I got the proper setup, right? So statistically speaking, we are at 9,000 boxes opened. I don't think it's true. I think we're about at 6,000. So we're pretty early on our first green sapphire. Maybe I'm already tripping and I've been opening them for God knows how much, how long, and it's only fair that I got it now. Maybe we should actually do an unpackager and just connect it to this pipe, and that's it. And just get 1,000 boxes, throw them in there. Just literally grab that box, unpackage it, and then do the things I used to do. Because manually opening it kind of takes time. I don't like how it's like in my face when I open it. These things are getting out of the player's inventory, and they're extremely in my face. Actually, there's not a lot of wanted to say vacuum tubes, but then I got one more almost immediately after that. So maybe there are quite a few vacuum tubes in there. Okay, in the last 2 stacks. Actually, I didn't count how many stacks that was. Of the 1,000. I mean, at least 200 of that is scrap boxes. It should be at least a few stacks of scrap box. I mean scrap, not the boxes. Okay, this is it. Wow. This is the whole table of what we got from, well, including the green sapphire. And 10 dirt, 20 dirt, actually. I can see some zombie hands, that's good. Some soul sand, also good. Cells are great. 5 vacuum tubes, not that great, but okay. Well, I think we get that amount every 2 hours, that amount of scrap boxes. So this is loot for every 2 hours of gameplay. And, well, excluding the green sapphires that'll get only like every 10th opening or something. hope that my fields didn't actually die in there while I was doing it. Hope I didn't leave it with empty spots that potentially ruined everything for us now. Okay, now I know that this thing actually moved from its dead spot, you know. Now it's going somewhere. 1 green sapphire. Let me just quickly check on my crops and then come back and write this thing down on my informational board that I've prepped so carefully. Well, that could have killed some of my crops. I don't know, we will kind of think that second stage can make things grow. Well, actually, it's pretty fast. This one already has 68. Let's assume this one has faster speed for some reason, so we would want the offsprings from that to be everywhere. But I don't think that's the case. Okay, this stuff needs to be out. And with the reed. That is like very slow. I think diary is gonna be even slower than that. That's just read. That's just read. So some of these did sneak under my radar and just grew. But they thought that I couldn't notice them. Well, that should be. Okay, 3 more spots to fill. And then this one. Right here. It's a problematic thing. I will probably need it to grow into something else. Since hemp can give us dye-reed, we're gonna be trying to get that to work. Of course, it's very shabby. It's probably not going to give us anything, but we will try. And I cut the wrong thing. Let's just cut all of it. No, I don't want to do all of it. I can just kind of repair it, I think. It's just cactus. This is hemp. I want to delete that. I need something else from it. Let's ping all of them. I think in order to get diaried, we'll need a lot more than just that amount of hemp. I want to turn some of that into bronze. Why do they have these quests for ethanone in MV if it clearly states that you will need that only for HV, for some tetranitromethane or something? But why do you start here? It's like they wanted to make it more like busier than it should be. Half the quest can go to hell in this tab. There'll be like the the basic ones like this route, actually this is not even needed as well. This is important, obviously, this section here. The circuit section is important. Plastic is important. The route to circuit boards from polyethylene is important. Actually, yeah. If we wanna get polyethylene, I think we will have to have a chain of that. It's LV as far as I know, fully LV. We're gonna go this route with hydrochloric acid and iron, of course. Who else chooses this trash with sodium persulfate? Persulfate, perhaps. We will need a lot of the polyethylene sheets. So I think there should be a line that's I sometimes turn on and make this and then turn off if I don't need that. Much like with that one, the back of my MV sector for silicon solar grade. But I don't know how pressing that issue is for now. I don't think that I need it right now. And let's remind ourselves how to make polyethylene. It's from ethylene and oxygen. Oxygen will be automated, and ethylene is what I get from wood gas that I get in my Perlis oven when I switch the settings. So I can't really automate any of that because I would need another oven for that, and that's the only path I can have for polyethylene. The only possible path. Other paths are strictly for oil products, so it sucks. I either have to, well, in order to have a fully working polyethylene line, I will have to build another coke oven. Oh, I'm in Perlis oven, and that is crazy. That's something I'm not ready for. I'm never ready for that. I was never ready for that. Even I built it now, I'm still not ready for that. It's already there, it's standing, and I'm not ready. Okay. Apparently, it is possible to grow something with crops that are not fully grown. They can still breed. Okay, that's stickweed. I believe it's more than 50%, it's like 75 at least. chance of getting a seed bag from right-clicking a crop that's not fully grown. I shouldn't be probably clicking stuff out, right away, because some of that might be diarrhea. I just don't know the way it looks. This crop, maybe it's like this has the same texture as something I've already seen. Maybe it's not even effective to grow diamonds. Maybe it's super slow, just like this guy, and doesn't give anything. What does it give? There's full growth. So, and ender blooms, they come from diarrhea. So I think we shouldn't ignore that wither rate that we have now. It's the only path for high tier crops we kind of possess at the moment. I suppose we should just go there and clear out a few spots in there. That was previously strictly for strictly for this kind of crop, which is stick reed. No, I think I'm going to do it like that. It's a bit risky, of course. It is possible that it can turn into something else right now. Oh, yeah, look at that. Just look at it. Oh, it's Blaze Reed. Still good, but it's not what we need. So Canthal coils are gated behind mica, and mica is gated behind meteors. So technically we can't enter HV until we get meteors or something. It's strange, isn't it? It says you can use yellow transistors to craft the advanced circuit, but no, you can't. This is like only red transistors or the black one. Oh yeah, I see now. I see. Since we can use that thing with gallium, then it negates the need of Canthal to smelt solar grade ingots. Thus, those quests oh, you can skip the quest by holding 16 SMD transistors and it'll open up this quest. So technically HV is possible. It's possible to enter HV without actually getting the Canthal coils. And progression wise, what does that do to me? We can still get the stainless steel. I think that is possible only with, we can get that with MV energy hatches. Just 4 amps of MV. I need to get that somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. Get a lot of chrome and manganese and everything, which is probably something we can do from make from crops as well. Alright, I got a bunch of wither. Yeah, okay, I got them. All of them are withered. I'm gonna leave them be. Actually, no. I'm gonna prune them now and see if I can get the seed bag. No. No. Okay, we'll wait some more. We need to wait some more. And then once we are in HV, which you just need what? Stainless steel and advanced circuits, it's easily doable. We are entering this stage where we can get the matter manipulator. But that's not the first thing we're gonna do, of course, because it God, it needs all the rest of the things in here, including the assembler. So the first thing it says to get platinum, I could technically do it. It's just it's super easy. Just Canthal coils. Oh, it's not easy actually. So I get why people told me that it might be need to that I would probably want to build a MEBF because it kind of stacks the temperature and allows you to bypass Canthal, right? Due to its size, making a lot of things possible to smelt here. Well, I really want to go. What way do I want to go? I really don't want to delve into circuits at first. I think that's the death sentence for anybody who's playing GOG at my level, I would say, of scaling, which is 0. Okay, another withered. Let's try to uproot that. Still didn't get anything. Maybe I'm doing it incorrectly. But no, it's right click. Okay, we got another salty root, which we're now going to uproot. We've wasted all our bad luck on withered, so now we're going to do that? No. Okay, keep waiting. Okay, there's another with a reed. Please work. Thank you. Okay, now that it just worked, we're going to kill that plant here and place... Where are you? Oh, it just lagged. Okay, here it is. Sometimes it happens. Okay, this grows, and then this right here will be almost 100%. I will probably have to kill these guys as well to just make it to be like exclusively with the reed and things that it can give. I don't want to do anything to this crop. It's not gonna give me seeds anyway, so this will just be the central piece of this whole thing. Getting a lot of diamonds, automating a lot of diamonds is a very hard task, which I am trying to achieve now. I believe it's doable, and if I do that, because you know diamonds are really important, and I don't think I will get them anytime soon in good quantity. As you can see, we need water for recycling. I actually believe that I'll keep the recyclers run even after I get all the sapphires. What's this? Starwort. How's Starwort? Nether stardust. Is that even useful? It's dust. It can be turned into another... never mind, UAV. Just never the hell mind. I don't think nether dust can be useful for anything. You can't even... Well, you can kind of craft null catalyst with it. Right? And then that null catalyst, you get more null catalyst from that? Or what? Oh yeah, the Salis Mundus. And you get another star. HV assembler. I don't know. I kind of... It's tier 12, by the way. It's the only positive thing about it. That is the fact that it's tier 12 crop. But it kind of defeats our chances here to get the right crops from the wither reeds. So I'm just going to try to uproot that. If it doesn't work, then it's fine. Okay, it's dead, whatever. I'm not really aiming at some super high stuff. Okay, salt root, let's try once again. No. Bad luck. I wanted to write this down. Do I really have to rewatch all of my videos where I open boxes to count how many of them I opened? Oh my god, because I really need the statistics to work for me. I can't just blatantly and boldly say that it's been 5,000 boxes since I started this thing. What if it's more than that? What if it's less? There's a small chance I can get diaried from here. Salty root seeds. What? Actually got them. Strange. I thought I didn't get anything. This is useless. I think hemp can get me that. Okay. Stuff grew. It's withereed as well. I will be replanting that. Thank you. Wow. That is great. Now, where do we go next? Of course, this is the essence berry. I will do that right here. I'll kill that and plant another withereed so that it can react with that. And apparently I got the 4th salty root, and I can just kill that and plant it here. So now we have the full circle of fun. Rest is just time. I don't know, I think I'll be able to fill this field in about 10 hours or something with salty root, because that is very slow. Oh, I remember when I started doing crops, it was about UV, maybe ZPM, and I was dabbling in world acceleration, and I would get that UV world accelerator, and I would place it in such a way that it would affect the metal crop and the corner crops as well somehow, and it will be so fast if you kind of overlook that there's a weed growing, it will just kill everything within the mere seconds. So you have to be very careful that you don't miss any bad seeds, any bad weeds, because those are gonna kill your field very fast. You don't know what 256 speed bonus is when it comes to crops. You think they're slow, but actually even the withereed grows super fast. I don't know, I think WAs, they need a rework, because tile entity mode radius 1 is just crap, total crap. It's not how it's supposed to be. I think that with every new tier, you kind of want to have maybe +1 to radius of tile entity mode, but maybe instead of 6 amps, you go to 12, or maybe every radius is actually doubling of amps or something. At least it could do so many cool things if only it were true. Okay, another black thing. Yeah, it's another withereed. Uproot that and it works. Thank you. Get another. Withereed. Very interesting episode, by the way. Just spend the entire time doing this. A literal peasant. Working a shift at a field. Alright guys, I think we will continue next time. It's getting late and everything. We achieved quite a lot today. Notably, this is sugarcane field / stickweed field. Plus we resuscitated our salty root a little. Now we don't have one poor salty root growing. We have like quite a few of them. Quite a few of those things, and this will help us grow into a bigger field. And we've got some really cool starting points on direweed, which will give us diamonds. We have a crop that's that has some DNA of a direweed in it, and I think it's awesome. We just have to kind of like let those grow, and then they will just react with each other and create possibly oil berries or diamonds. No, actually, wait a second. There's a problem because you see, it can only give me emeralds, or, well, even emeralds are a problem. Well, we're waiting on oil berries. This is just straight up oil for us. Actually cool if we want to somehow automate polyethylene any other way. Yeah, it opens up a lot of possibilities if we get that. I can only imagine a whole field of oil berries. This is gonna be access to oil for us. I'm not a huge proponent of oil. I usually avoid it in my playthroughs, but there is a possibility that we will be using it here. And once we get oil berries, we will probably start another field. We'll be working with them, and then once they grow into something bigger. Okay, this needs to be uprooted as well. In the middle one. Once they grow into something bigger, we'll be just like doing the field like we did today with the sticky reed, and it'll definitely give us the direweed we need. Definitely. I can already foresee that very smart AI YouTube algorithm will be like what do you call this thing, like subtitling my creating subtitles, automatic subtitles for my VOD on YouTube, like a video. You know, you usually have this like a lot of lines running down where basically what you say is usually translated into words, and I can already foresee that the YouTube algorithm will think that I'm talking about diarrhea for some reason instead of a direweed, right? And it'll be throwing those videos of me, that video of me talking about diarrhea, to the feeds of people who are actually actively searching for ways to battle that disease or whatever, that condition. And they would be like searching by relevant or searching by new videos, and they eventually find my video, and it'll just gonna be a nonsense. So guys, if some of you are here, I know nothing about diarrhea. and you may you may wonder how diamonds and diarrhea are connected, and I'll tell you they're not. So I know it's stupid what I'm saying, but anyway, I think I've spent too much time on the internet, so I'm already foreseeing stuff that might happen, which is actually stupid. I think it doesn't work that way. Well, those subtitles do exist for something, right? Keywords and everything that allows the algorithm to choose what people show what, right? Or what kind of thing you want to show to what people. Alright, thank you all for watching me today. Again, not a lot of people have watched me, but that's okay. Obviously, actually, it's a lot of people only when somebody's rating things at me, rating people at me, to me, and I don't know how I treat raids. Actually, I know that those people don't really stick. Kind of, they just kind of sit there. I tried to talk to one of my audiences like that when I had a huge raid from Axie. I had like 40 people, I think. I didn't think too much whether I need to, advertise myself or anything, behave somehow differently to the broader audience. So I just decided to be myself, and I started like asking them about whether some of them would want to play some multiplayer. Nobody answered. That literally gave me the idea that those are either bots or lurkers that are so lurky that they just, don't talk. Like, none of them talked, all the 40 people. Over time, the numbers faded, and it became 20 people, and 15, 10, and then I ended the stream. But the thing is that I am really proud of one or two viewers that I have, and because those guys are actually watching or even listening, or maybe they just support me by having that stream turned on, having my stream turned on, and then just doing their business. Thank you anyway, whoever is watching me. Well, of course I know who's watching me, but I don't want to call anybody out, but that's, I greatly appreciate your attention, your help, and your effort to... Yeah. Oh, Cass, hi. Actually, I don't know. It didn't show that you were one of my viewers for some reason until now, so I guess my thing is broken. But maybe I should look somewhere else where it shows. Yeah, today was a pretty chill stream. We were doing some crops. I'm actually pretty happy that I wasn't feeling like crap today when I played GTNH, because that usually is the case. Because usually a lot of bad things are happening, like something really unlucky. And today wasn't one of those days. I just did gardening in a very passive way, but I believe it's very... Yeah, thank you to you, yeah. Today I've been trying to look for ways to make my stream better. Of course, people can tell you, like, you can do this and that, graphic design or whatever. And I've noticed that a lot of players of this exact mod pack, Minecraft in general, they kind of use music on the background. I found tracks that are free of copyright. Literally says that on Twitch site, and I listened to them, and they were kind of busy, I would say. Even the chill hop, hip hop, whatever, it was very busy, and I cannot imagine myself. Usually I don't play with sound with music on, because that distracts me, and I just imagine that there's music on the background, even a quiet one, and then there's me talking, and then there's me listening to this music at the same time and not listening to it. So I guess it's just gonna split my head into 4 different parts, and I'll just gonna stand there trying to figure out what to do next, instead of actually focusing on something. So I would prefer that if my streams were without music, for now at least, because I don't know whether it defeats the purpose of a chill stream or maybe does it in reverse. You know, actually makes the stream more chill. I'm not sure. So, well, I guess I'll be just kind of listening to my guts, you know. Okay, guys, thank you anyway for your attention, and whoever watched me or will be watching me on YouTube. Actually, I also say hi to YouTube. Even though those are VODs, I also download all my VODs in my YouTube channel. I've already collected over 68 videos in there, 68 VODs. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to. If you want to not miss any of my videos on GTNH. Of course, it's not mandatory or anything. And I'll be saying goodbye to you. So next time we'll continue doing the gardening business, and parallel to that we'll be opening more boxes. Today we got our first green sapphire. Awesome thing. Super happy, super glad that it happened. And we're on the right path, I believe. It won't be soon until we get to HV, I think. Alright guys, goodbye.